New video evidence shows the extent to which cops in Boston not only engaged in excessive force and police brutality in responding to George Floyd protesters, they bragged about it. Sometimes accidentally as body cameras were rolling. And so this has to do with video and surveillance that was obtained by a publication known as The Appeal. It's a national online news and commentary website that focuses on the legal system. And they received some footage regarding police officers in Boston and came across a video featuring one cop. We don't know his name. We don't know too many details about him, but he's essentially caught bragging about using excessive force against protesters. And after you watch the video, you'll notice that his colleague essentially tries to protect him because he realizes that his body camera is filming everything that's being said. So let's take a quick look at that video and I'll give you more details.
Dude, I drove down the street, there was an unmarked state police cruiser, they were all fucking around. So I overcommit, so I got the Tremont Park, and I was in the middle of so then I had to keep coming. I'm hitting people with the car. Did you hear me? I was like, get the
This thing is on. This thing is.
Oh no! I know. What I'm saying is, though, they were in front, didn't hit anybody, and just driving. My windows were closed. It was coming in my windows. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
That's crazy, dude.
Push this crowd backwards. Keep going further.
This thing just went on automatically. Huh? This thing just went on automatically.
So just in case anyone had any difficulty understanding what he's saying, because we did have to bleep out a lot of curse words, and of course he has a thick accent. But what he's essentially doing there is bragging about hitting protesters with his police cruiser. And then his colleague essentially tells him, this thing's on. And then the cop tries to, backpedal and make excuses for what he was originally saying. But again, I want to reiterate that this isn't new video. It's video from between May 31st and June 1st that was obtained by The Appeal. And we have more footage to share with you in just a minute. Cenk.
I'm really proud we featured The Appeal on the conversation long time ago. We've had a lot of the reporters on when no one else even knew about them. They're doing some great work over there, and you should check them out. So including uncovering this. I have to confess that I was greatly I hate that he ran over the people with his car apparently. And we'll give you more details on what the consequences of that are. But the form of the video was funny. He's like, so I run him over with my car, right? And then the guy's like, get a body cam. And he's like, what do you see? What I had meant was that I hadn't run them over with my car. Well, now that I know your body cam's on, no, I did not park my car on top of their heads on Harvard Yard. No, I didn't do that, okay? So, come on, guys. So the important part of the story, guys, is, when we're not looking and the body camera is not on, they're having the time of their lives talking about running us over. And you think that those guys are free speech advocates? At least free speech advocates you'll ever find, unless of course it's a right-wing protest. And everybody back up, let them use their weapons, do whatever they need to do, etc. So yes, that we've got serious institutional problems with policing in this country. Yes, including in the Northeast. And then I'm going to tell you another amazing part of the story in a second. But Anna, more details.
Yeah, I think that we just keep seeing more and more evidence of how this notion that this isn't a systemic problem and it's just a few bad cops is nonsense. Because think about his comfort level in bragging about hitting protesters with his police cruiser, right? If you're a police officer in a culture where that's deemed unacceptable, then you wouldn't be so comfortable openly and transparently bragging about it like that. He felt very comfortable saying the things he was saying until he realized that a body camera was recording what he was saying. And also officers, during that time, used all sorts of excessive force against nonviolent protesters, including just indiscriminately pepper spraying people, hitting people with their cars. And so the appeal also put out a compilation of what some of those incidents look like. I do want to warn you guys that it's graphic and absolutely disgusting, but it is important to see the kind of brutality that protesters were met with in late May in Boston. Take a look. So again, the appeal did receive 44 different videos. Please check out their coverage to put some of the incidents that we showed you in that compilation in better context. But the Boston cop who was on that body cam footage bragging about hitting people with his police cruiser has been placed on administrative leave pending an internal investigation. And we know how those investigations usually go, but we'll update you on the story if any real consequences are, if he has to pay any real consequences for what he has bragged about.
Yeah, so now unfortunately the cops in this country have been exposed as basically private security guards for the rich and the powerful, and especially for the right wing. And now if you're of course a Harvard law professor who's African American, they're not your private security guard, okay? You can be rich and powerful all you like, but Henry Louis Gates was arrested on his own porch while he's entering his own house with his own key. But yes, if you're right wing and powerful, yeah, the cops they're not here to protect us. They're here to be your security guards. And we're all paying for your private security. So, and sometimes we're paying for your private security to kick the crap out of us. And a lot of people are sick of it. And by the way, if you're wondering why they want to defund the police, it's kind of a way of saying, why don't we defund the private security guards for only the powerful? How about we get security guards for all of us so that we actually protect this country? Okay, now the last detail I wanted to get into was actually shown in that video a little bit, but I want to clarify it for you guys. So one of the guys kicks a tear gas canister, one of the protesters, back towards the cops after they threw it at him. And they go, let's get this effer, let's get him. You heard that on the tape. And they say, lock him up, okay? They're outraged that a tear gas canister came back in their direction. And then they go and actually try to, of course, get the guy, arrest them. I said, but wait a minute, if you're beating up and arresting a guy for sending tear gas canister in your direction, shouldn't we arrest you for using the tear gas canister in their direction? Now remember, at that time, it's a peaceful protest. The protesters haven't hit the cops, they haven't done anything to the cops. So the cops throw tear gas canisters at him, go, ha, take that. When one guy kicks back one, they're like, oh, how dare he? That's an outrage. We are the powerful, you are the powerless. You have to know your role. Let's go get that effort. And let's not only kick his ass, but then let's go arrest him and try to ruin his life. So no, I'm not interested in funding those security guards for the rich and powerful. So I'm interested in totally redoing police culture so they don't think that we're the enemy. They're supposed to serve and protect us, but I think they do no such thing.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.